Emma said, how do I sell myself more clearly? Make my website and online profiles reflect what I offer and what I do. I'm not sure I understand sorry, Emma, sorry, I skipped the question. Sorry. So, birthday question. What about marketing island B to C versus A to B? B to C is where I'm most inspired. So, Emma, can you say more about that?
So I met clients at A to B and I grew a business that was very like A to B and fell in love with those people. And then I know I can be even clearer. The people I love working with, they don't even really identify as having problems. So maybe that is just like amplify the beauty and amplify the yearning more. 100% of my business is repeat clients who've already done the A to B work. And so I noticed that as I have exploratory conversations that I'm not connecting with people who are at my island A. And I'm like, how much should I care?
Well, hold on now. I mean, if it's working for you, don't care at all. But um, my question is, so you're saying 100% of your clients are people who you met on Island A, helped them get to Island B, and because of that, they're still sticking around, right?
Yeah,
But now you're saying something shifted and you're no longer connecting with those people who are on Island A?
yeah. New
Why?
people that are on island A. I recognize, like you said, when you lead with island C, you lose them. And
So
yeah,
is the problem that you don't want to work with those people on Island A, or is the problem that something has shifted in the way you're communicating with them and now you're losing them because of that?
I I'm like, ooh, the clarity is happening. Yeah, I don't really want to work with island A so much. And
Yeah,
I have the belief that like I can't do B to C. Obviously, I am doing B to C with the current people I already know who are already bought
yeah, but
in.
it's not B2C anymore for them.
Right.
Right. It's now Island B. Like what used to be, because the way I'm defining it is Island B is the thing they're craving. Island C is the thing they don't even know about. But now they've worked with you, and now what used to be Island C, they didn't even know about, has become Island B.
Truth creates heat, so warm. Okay, so the underlying fear is like, I'm not going to be able to work with new people because I have some idea that I can't just be like, what's up, world, new, this is the island A. It's like I can't even make words for it because I get that it's surely it's an illusion. Like there are people who are already on these people's former, my words are trash right now, but it's
Are you
something is
saying that
forming.
you'd like to reach people who were already on the Island B you help people get to and help them get to this new Island B?
Yeah, I have this fear I can't have new customers because, and I'm in love with the ones that I already have, but I have this fear that I can't have new people because they're not already on what you said.
Yeah. Yeah. So it could be, I mean, what's Island C to one person might be Island B to another. It's all about their experience. So yeah, if you can find people who are craving this thing that you want to help people get to, that's wonderful. And then here's my question. Great. Okay, so you found people they say, yeah, that Island C that you talk about, that thing like that, we crave that. That's what we want. And so then if I were meeting with those people, we're sitting around for coffee, and they talk about this, I'm like, oh yeah, well, you want to get there? They say, oh my God, more than anything. I say, yeah, you should go do that. Why do you need Emma? Just go do it. You know what you want. Make it happen. So why do they need you?
Well, I don't know if you remember the airport conversation. You were coaching me recently about people are like, I got to get to the airport. And I'm sitting around being like, connect with your capital S self. And they're like, are you going to fucking help me get to the airport or what? So they're already open to the idea.
Right. But why do they need your help? Like, why not just go do it?
They are not living it. It's like the difference between knowing it conceptually and having it be an operating, just a way of moving through the world.
Yeah, so why are they not doing that? Why are they? So I'd be like, oh yeah, you should just live it. Right. Yeah, good point, Emma. Yeah, don't pay Emma. Fuck, just go live it. You already know it, so just go do it. So why don't they just do that? What's stopping them?
Well, they've tried on their own.
Yeah, so that's Island A. They do have an Island A, is what I'm so it it's of course it's terrible to be in Emma's position here, but for everybody, it's worth just thinking about like why do your people need you? Once you've articulated Island B, what the fuck don't they just go do it? Great, they figured out what they want. Don't pay somebody. Jesus. You're broke. You can't afford it. Just go do it. But then they say, "Oh, I would, but blank." And there are real reasons people don't just go do it. That's what they need help with. That's the Island A. So then you may shift it to there's like a different Island A and a different Island B. But the last that I'll leave you with is that I might not give up on the existing Island A and B, but you might turn that into like a starter kit.
Mm.
Where in a DIY fashion, you offer them some help. And for those of you, some of you are in my membership or you were on this webinar, but I'll just show you this. Um, I think that a lot of the email opt-in things end up being kind of bloodless themselves and not particularly compelling or potent. Whereas, yeah, how to make a starter kit. I'll drop this in the chat here, but this is a webinar that I did that I was very happy with. And anyways, I'll put this in the chat here. And the idea of a starter kit, there's a lot of purposes for it, but one of the things is it's like, how do you get people ready to work with you? How do you help lay the foundation so that when they show up for the first session, they're in a better place, they're ready for the work? So, if somebody calls me, I've had this happen actually. Somebody called me for a puttering session and they just had barely any idea. I saw a Facebook ad and they were just like, so how can you help me sell more things? And I just said, look, that's a big question. Like, are you familiar with my work? Like, no, not really at all. Okay, I'm gonna suggest we reschedule this and I'm gonna send you some things to watch. Like they just had so little idea of and I was like, I'm not doing my whole day long workshop here in the next hour to try to just give them a sense because they didn't even know what to ask me. They had no, they were looking at me as a generic, they wanted a marketing consultant. They wanted a custom tailor-made solution, but there just wasn't enough there to work with of any awareness. So, if you're a relationship coach and people are really struggling in their relationship, there's probably some work that you can have them do before showing up to the session that would make the session work better. Like I want you to think about your role in why the relationship is struggling. I want you to think about your judgments of your partner. I want you to think about et cetera, et cetera. And if they show up with that, and also with some of your core ideas and frames and models and maps in their mind, then the first session you can just let's get to it. So I think you could take all the experience you have, pour it into a really beautiful starter kit. And then in that starter kit, you're also talking about Island C. You're saying, look, we're going to get you to Island B, and much more is possible than that. And that we get into that in the one-on-one work if you're interested. That's what I would do. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.